definitely not on Instagram. It's like you cut off on that.
I will be back. Let me move it there. I'm kidding.
Oh, you gonna get in?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead on, do your thing.
All right, he in there. Come on, baby.
Okay, we are live. Good evening, She Shackers, and thank you for tuning in to another night with me, A Queen, here in the She Shack. As always, I have my two very special guests. Might as well call them co-hosts. I don't think I really want to keep calling them guests at this point. I have my mom and my husband that always come in, and we co-host the She Shack. And so tonight we are kicking off our series that's called Let's Talk Money. Let's Talk Money. So we're going to be giving helpful tools and tips about saving money. We also going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about money tonight. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship, LLCs, the difference between an S Corp, C Corp. We won't be talking about that tonight, but those are things that will be coming up in the very near future that we'll be talking about. We'll be talking about understanding your credit score, choosing a bank. You know, some people just think you just go to a bank and put your money in there and that's the bank. But there's actually options out there, friendly banks for entrepreneurs and small businesses and for whatever your needs are. We're also going to be talking about understanding Social Security if you're getting close to retirement. This is one packed Let's Talk Money series. I'm very excited about it. But we're going to get started. And when we kick it off, because it's the holiday season, we're going to be talking about how you're ending the 2022 and how you're riding into 2023. Are you going in broke? Are you going in, done spent all your money, your rent, your mortgage, your car payment, car insurance? Have you spent up all this money in gift giving?
With all the kids.
So we're going to talk about that tonight. We're going to give alternatives to that. Like, there's more to gift giving than commercialism. There's a lot of, sometimes we fall into the commercialism trap and think we got to go run out on Black Friday and what they call it, Cyber Monday and all these different things and go out and spend money giving gifts. But there are some great alternatives to giving gifts, and we're going to talk about that tonight. So before we really get started, though, what y'all think about Trump?
What do you do now?
Listen, he got to turn over his tax papers. What's she whispering?
I don't know, but we gonna hear it because she whispered right into the mic.
Oh, listen, we have some coquito on deck. Thank you so much to the Harpers for sending us some coquito. It is absolutely, I'm talking about, it's delicious. You enjoy it?
This tastes pretty good.
Yeah, oh yeah.
She ain't getting no more.
She only getting one glass, y'all. She only gonna get one glass. So have you ever felt pressure to have to buy, have to buy gifts? Like, even as, as a parent and the whole thing with gift giving, did you have to maybe sacrifice your rent money or your car payment or whatever to give gifts? And if you had to do it differently, would you do the same thing?
I'll be Muslim.
And what that mean?
I mean, I want to celebrate Christmas and buy them gifts and pagan things.
You be outside.
How you just gonna blurt, right? Just.
You asked the question, I gave you an answer.
And I answered him.
What are you gonna be?
Outside.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So honestly, have you felt like you had to?
I never really felt pressured when it came to holiday gift giving because I don't know. I kind of try to just stay within my budget.
So you actually set a budget of what you're gonna spend for the holiday, and you don't go over that.
If I have it, I try not to. As time has went on, my list gets longer and my money got shorter. So I try to give everybody a little bit of something, but now I give more personalized stuff. Like I may may make candy, I may make cookies, or whatever the case.
That's what I was just really actually getting ready to get to that, because one of the things that I have absolutely looked forward to every year now is the red cans that you give to us with the bow on it, and inside of
that's
it.
pressure. Now she got to make the.
No, because I'm doing something a little bit different this year.
Yeah, but it be candy on the inside, and it's like we only can get this a couple times out of the year, and one of the times that we actually get it is Christmas. And then
that leads to the pressure part.
No, it ain't no pressure.
I don't think so. I think that's an alternative to commercialism. Whereas you have something that's more meaningful as a gift. That like
I think when I make candy and I give it to you guys, that's me giving you guys love. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's the purpose of me giving candy. It don't have anything to do with pressure or a lack of or more of it, because it's more personalized. You know why it's more personalized? Because I'll be putting a touch of my love into the candy.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's alternatives to just going out to the store.
I started doing that because.
I would do that. Alternative stuff going out the store.
Well, look here, you can't be doing what I'm doing now.
I don't know. She said. So the pressure that a husband got to give a wife.
Look, I ain't got nothing to do with what they be doing. I'm telling you what I be doing. Okay.
Is it pressure that a husband got to buy a wife a gift for Christmas?
Let me tell you something now. I don't know about you.
We started this again. We just had this conversation last week.
No matter if the wife said, I don't want nothing.
See, it was a war in my house.
What kind of war was it in your house? What do you mean?
Before I got my divorce and everything, he better came in there with something, and it better not have been thank you. So, that's how I felt about it, because I look at it like...
But did it matter if it came from the store, or did it matter if it came... Like, it had to be something meaningful and thoughtful.
Yeah.
So what I'm about to say, like, I guess what I'm getting to is, like, if you're feeling...
If she says she don't want nothing for Christmas, you better get her something for Christmas.
Yeah, you sure better.
Come home with something.
That's
from a guy
that knows better. But
so anyway, what I was getting ready to say, like, for instance,
I guess that's pressure then, huh? You gotta make sure you get something.
What
for the
I was
wife.
getting ready to say, considering the fact, okay, like, saying for instance now, we in this economy where we have a bunch of inflation and things is high and money is tight, is it acceptable or not acceptable to get alternative gifts?
I think it's acceptable to give alternative gifts, but number one, I already done told my family, look at here, baby ain't buying no gifts this year, okay? Money for me is tight. I done had a lot of oops this past couple of weeks.
I'm trying to figure this part out.
That's all right.
You gotta get back up so you can get your Instagram.
Oh, they can't see me.
No, there you go.
Hi, Instagram. We was just having some wardrobe difficulties. so
for me, I already done put it out there, but by the same token, my candy and stuff like that I normally make, that's something that I'm going to do, because for me, I can make everybody in my family candy. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody can get that gift of love from me, and I won't be. I'm gonna say $100, but it may be more or less than that, and everybody can get something. But in addition to that, I do make cookies, and the reason why I do that is because I have family members that don't eat nuts.
No, Mom, you're getting off. Well,
I do alternative.
I think it's more expected to get something alternative from.
For me than you.
No, and I'm not talking about individualized. I'm saying more or less like, say for instance, instead of putting the kind of pressure on yourself to feel that you have to give a gift.
Yeah, but
that
every age limit is a different requirement. Like I said, she's a grandma, so probably at her age, her gift is more personal than instead of materialistic.
So this is based on age now? Like, it's a categorization of age. Like, if you get older, we don't expect for you to give certain gifts because you the grandmother.
But like I said, you expect your mama to get you some red bottoms or some candy.
I don't expect my mom to give me anything.
But I'm not expecting. Would you be looking forward to getting some red bottoms or some candy?
I'd be looking forward to get whatever she gives me.
Yeah, because she give with her love. That's what we expected out of her or whatever.
But I don't think that's necessarily just for my mom, though.
But I'm just using that as far as the age.
The only
difference.
person that really got an expectation of what I be particularly looking for is you. If we want, if we gonna keep it 100.
I know. I like I said, even if they say they don't want nothing, you better come home with something.
That's I mean, like
I gotta go shopping.
Ooh,
I knew that already.
But you know what? See, Christmas, this is my favorite time of the year. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of time to get started because for me, Christmas is kind of bittersweet.
And how so? How so?
Because I lost my father on Christmas Eve.
Wow. Okay.
He was in a terrible car accident, and when I found out, I was actually cooking dinner that particular day when they came and told me what had happened. Mm-hmm. So around the holidays for me, it is kind of bittersweet. And it actually goes all the way back to Thanksgiving. You know, that is the beginning of, I'm not going to say depression or anything like that, but it just brings up some happy, some sad memories.
Some people call it the holiday blues. Like, especially when they, you know, something like, you know, there's a name for it. You know, and people that's maybe not, they don't necessarily have to lose their loved ones during the holiday season, but they could be celebrating a holiday for the first time without their loved ones, and then they find it really difficult to kind of like get into the spirit of, the actual holiday, and it could bring like, you know, some difficulties, some challenges, or, you know, even if it's not necessarily, it don't have to be death. It could be a breakup. It could be you got laid off from your job. It could be any, you know, challenging experience, some loss that make you feel regret to see the holiday.
I think that they should change the mental health month to December because this is one of the most mental illness and injuries and whatever else fatalities died throughout the whole year.
You think so? Really?
Yeah, I think so too.
Wow.
You know what?
Depression and anxiety, suicides, is all that.
I think it's not.
So is it?
I think it's more. You know what it is? It become the headliner during the holiday season. Not saying that it don't happen all year because it does, but for some reason, in I would say like from November, December, all the way up to maybe New Year's. It's just like, you know, so-and-so got shot or somebody's house got broken into us. You know, it's just like, it's number one news.
Could it be a matter of more alertness to it? Because I'm like thinking like, or maybe it's like more, it feels more tragic when it's like somebody broke into your house and, stole the Christmas gifts or the house burned down with everything in it right before the holiday. So it seems more tragic.
Imagine the parent that spent thousands of dollars on the Christmas tree and somebody come and rob the Christmas tree out of the house. Or they leave the lights on overnight and the house catch on fire. Right. You know, now you wasted all that money.
This is really a big time of the year, especially I heard them talking about it on Fox News and Action 6 News about Philadelphia experiencing these months where they experience the highest rise in fires.
Because people are trying to keep warm.
Old homes
and space heaters and all this kind of stuff. And I get it and I understand it because I'm kind of going through something like that myself. But you have to be diligent when you're using these space heaters and stuff like that. You know, you got to make sure there's nothing around it that could potentially catch fire.
The other thing I think we got to keep in mind, like invest in some smoke detectors. And not just have them up there. Definitely. Not just have them up there, but check the batteries and make sure that the fire department will come in and put you some smoke detectors in for free.
Oh yeah, I check my batteries on my smoke detectors. Yeah. Mine sometimes they go off more often than not.
Right.
One of them is right there between my kitchen and whatever. And sometimes my skillet, if it. What I learned.
You gotta.
What she had? No, we're not even about to go there. We're not about to go here. We're not about to go
one of those detectives that get plenty of work. That's what I got.
She's cooking, boss.
Seriously though, we really send our love and our our prayers and our thoughts are with you if you have, or you a person that has, experienced a tremendous loss during this time. It makes it more difficult. It's not easy. I guess I became more aware even when it came to like Mother's Day and Father's Day and things of that nature. And people have lost, someone significant, and then you see everybody gathering around. It's family time and things like that, and everybody's sharing love and being all extra affectionate to one another. And you find yourself maybe feeling isolated or secluded or alone.
I used to feel that way when I first got my divorce. And like when we would have family gatherings, everybody would be with somebody. And I would be the only one without somebody. Okay? And I think it was Tamara that kind of picked up on that. Because Tamara will always come, even to this day. If Tamara see me kind of sitting off to myself, Tamara would come over. And she would like, baby, why you sitting over here by yourself? So, but as time go on, I made the adjustment. It's kind of difficult to make that adjustment. Say, for instance, you was with somebody like 40 years. And now you 41 year in, and that person is not there.
Right.
So it takes some getting used to. It's not that you don't feel that you are being loved by your family, but this is a different type of love.
Got it.
Okay. That a person would miss.
Okay.
Or
so how did like when you say it took time, like what were some of the things that you found to help you get through, that difficult?
Well, it all ties in together, sweetheart, to be able to, because people be real sad when they broke.
Yeah.
So it all kind of ties in.
All of that. When you think about mental illness, and you thinking about divorce, and you thinking about loss, and you thinking about the holidays, and people are going through a very difficult time.
Just like for me. Okay, you asked me a question. How did I make the transition to kind of get used to it? I had to pull myself out of it. I had to find joy in what you all was doing. Okay.
But this does seem awfully difficult when you are not feeling so joyous.
Well, you know what? Sometimes you have to decide what you're going to do. Either you're going to sit there and look like old sad Joe, or you're going to celebrate the fact that you are where you are in your life. And I decided that I'm going to celebrate where I am in my life. If I'm with somebody, fine. If I'm not, okay, or well. That's how I have to look at it now, because the fact of the matter is I done spent the whole year without somebody.
So we're talking about like a significant other. We talking like a companion.
Because the reason why I say that is because sometimes you want somebody that crack an unusual joke, or get on your nerves every now and then. You really do, in all actuality, to be. See, in all actuality, you do miss it. You do. You really, really, really do.
So I guess, kind of getting back to what Trent said, like thinking like, in this month we should kind of highlight mental health awareness, simply because, like, similar to what you said, maybe people have gone through divorce, and now this their first Christmas or first Thanksgiving or whatever, and they're not aware, or for instance, in the event, like, it doesn't have to necessarily be a boyfriend or girlfriend loss. There's so many different losses. Thinking about the people that just experienced this earthquake.
Yeah,
the total devastation of the tornadoes in Louisiana. Complete and total devastation during the holiday season. And I bring that up because it is really near and dear to my heart to be a help in some type of way. In any way that we can.
I look at it like this here.
What we're going to be doing before we open up gifts, we're actually going to host a family. And we are going to spread some holiday cheer to two beautiful families for Christmas.
Well, you know what?
When is happening?
Well, you volunteered your money and your time all throughout the year, Mr. Trench. But
I think it's good to give to somebody else that's a little bit less fortunate.
It is good, but when that happened.
Don't pay him no mind, y'all. He's
the
special.
She Shack will be hosting gifts for two, what do we call, anonymous families. And we're going to be remaining anonymous. And it's almost like a Christmas fairy. So when they wake up and they open their door, there'll be some gifts there for them.
I think that's wonderful, to be absolutely honest with you.
That's nice. I like that.
Because that's a great feeling to know that you have enough to share. And a lot of people really don't have that. So I think I commend the both of you. I commend you.
Well, you commended him. He didn't even know this was
That's
something
right.
She Shack was doing.
Well,
She always trying to be so sentimental and giving him all the credit.
I'm telling you.
All the credit.
It was hard putting that together. I just tried to put it together.
No.
I said to both of them.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I was sitting down thinking about it.
I said to both of them. Did I say to both of them?
No.
I think I said
Oh, me. I put this together.
Absolutely not.
I'm drinking egg now.
It's coquito.
Well, coquito. But I think I said I commend the both of them, right?
Listen.
I put this together. That's all right. That's how we roll.
Yeah.
No. See, I can't do this. This is the second week in a row. I done had both of them co-hosting with me on the She Shack. I feel so attacked. I feel alone. Somebody come over here. And co-host them here. No. I'll need someone else that can be baking soda that can come co-host with me and help me out.
You want somebody white?
Neutralization in here because this is way too much.
I
Way
thought
too
you wanted
much.
something white.
I don't know, but
Way too much.
But
Hey, no ma'am. This is my gift. I already gave you some.
well, you ain't drinking yours.
How you gonna rush me to drink?
Because
Listen, y'all see, Miss Sharon, we gonna need some more of this.
yeah, it tastes pretty good.
We gonna need some more coquito in the She Shack. Yo, it's always like just so much fun just sitting down laughing and talking with y'all. But our objective really is to bring about some knowledge and enlightenment and spread some love and give some support. So remember early on in the show when we first came on, I said we was going to be talking about giving y'all some helpful tips about saving. So I wanted to actually ask y'all before I gave the tips, do you have tips of saving? Like, it's the holiday time. Can you even actually save during the holiday season?
I have a tip for you to save. One way that you can save that I find that actually works. What I do is I have like so many dollars taken out of my paycheck even before I get it to go into my savings account because you don't miss it. Okay? Say start off small if you like, because that's what I did. I started off with $25 every paycheck, in which it really was every week because I was getting paid every week. $25 a week would go into my savings account.
Did you keep this savings account connected to the checking account, or was it in a separate bank or separate?
It's separate and apart. It's not in my bank. It's in a different location, in a different branch of banking. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I don't have
it connected to your bank card?
No, I don't have a bank card or anything connected to it. Mm-hmm. All right, but it goes in there every week. Every week I get paid. It goes in there.
A lot of people might know it that, speaking like you're asking that question, is the reason because if it's connected to your checking account, it wouldn't be considered a savings account. It'd be considered another checking account. Because anytime that checking account will go into negative, the bank that is connected to it will automatically draw the money from that savings. So therefore it's not savings. So no matter what, it'd be considered another checking. So it's advised that you would get your savings to a different bank, totally bank, or however you want it, where it don't connect to that checking account.
Do it have to go in a bank? Because I believe
because whatever sources you got to put your money into, what you want to save it, whether it's underneath the mattress, in a bracelet or a sock or whatever you want to put it in, whatever you want to do, as long as it's not connected electronically to that checking account, it will not be able to draw unless you come along and draw to it.
Yeah, because the way that
So you're talking about in the banking system where you have a service. That's not just the only way to save, though.
No, it's not the only way to save.
What about emergency fund or stash cash?
Still, all that implies, if you got emergency fund, which would be a separate account, if it's in the same bank underneath your name, and your checking account is attached that you got your debit card to whatever. And as soon as you slip up and you overdraft your checking account,
they will
that bank, because of the stuff you signed in small fine print, the bank will draw that money from your savings, your whatever funds you got connected to it. It would draw from there to cover that negative stuff. So
your recommendation is, if you're going to use a banking system, take your savings account and put it in a different bank.
Put it in a separate bank. That way, if you put whatever type of other account you want to call it, you put money in there. That have nothing to do with the money you got tied to your checking. That way
you pay your bills and stuff with it. And to me, and he's absolutely right, and it works for me. You know, because to be absolutely honest with you, it was because of that, because of what I done, gave me what I needed to take care of what's going on with me right now.
So what about the emergency fund? How much do you honestly believe should be in an emergency fund? Because typically when people say you should have 8 months worth of a mortgage or rent or whatever in an emergency fund.
Idealistically, that is absolutely true. You know, you should have at least 6 months of your mortgage, 6 months of you got a car, no insurance or whatever. But everybody don't have 6 months.
We're not talking about what everybody has. We're realizing that they're finding difficulties with saving, and this is what, okay, so if the goal is to establish an emergency fund, how much typically would go in an emergency fund? Would you say 6 months or 3 months or whatever the case may be, but you have to start somewhere, and how do you establish it? You're saying, I use $25 a week. You saying, if I'm going to take the $25 a week, I'm going to put it in a savings account, but make sure that savings account is not connected to my banking, so that I can continuously save $25 or whatever month that is.
I said start out small and then gradually build your way up. That's what I said. You know, because $25 doesn't really seem like a lot.
It adds up.
But it does add up.
Anything you save, even the concept of emptying your pockets each day, if you had coins and not keeping coins in your car, just emptying your pockets each day and putting those coins, and that's a mode of saving. When it's saying but it's like, you know, you ever heard the saying of like, you are what you do every day. If you take money and you're saving it, you become a saver. So you're actually, whatever it is that you're doing on a consistent basis, like a person that smokes cigarettes, if you smoke it every day, guess what you are now? A smoker. If you're taking money and you're saving every day, now you're becoming a saver. I like getting into the habit of actually
you can
saving.
That's one way of doing it too. I mean, I'm not objected to what you're saying. I mean, you could get you a jar. And every day you come home, your 50 cents, your dollar, whatever is in your pocket, you take it and put it in that jar. But the concept of when you take it and put it in that jar is not to reach your hand out and then take it out.
Obviously, we're talking about saving wherever you want to put it at, but the savings, this is what I wanted to say. I know when I first started beginning to save, I am a stash cash counter girl myself. Like, I will have money in the savings, but then I'll have money what I call my stash cash. My stash cash could be a shoebox in my closet. Simply, there's something that I may say, I'm going to take, like, you know, and apply the 20-20 rule. $20 here, $20 there, $20 there. Then you start with 20% here, 20% here, 20% here. So that where you should not be able to go and purchase things if you don't have 20% of that money in your savings and your checking and then your stash cash.
Right.
Like the 20-20 rule, right? So, like, say for me, one of the things that I would do is like, I would decide this week I'm not going to eat lunch out this week. The money that I would use to eat lunch out is I would put that in stash cash this week. So I've actually saved money from not eating out and put that in my stash cash. Then the money that I would typically maybe I would go out because, you know, I love to go to Home Goods and stuff like that and shop. Put myself on a budget and reduce spontaneous spending. So now there's another $100 that can go in my savings. That's not even.
Those are all tips.
What you suggest to help with the spontaneous spending?
So one of the things that will be helpful to kind of reduce, you know, spontaneous spending is if you think that you want it, wait 24 hours before you buy it. So, like, say for instance, you walk in the store.
Might be gone.
So it could be, It could be, but is that something that's going to be life altering and life changing? Is it going to stop your life from going on? Like you see a bad pair of shoes, you really want the shoes, but you probably got like 15 pairs of bad shoes in your closet. It's a spontaneous purchase. Think about it. Do you need to buy them shoes today? Go home, think about it, discuss it, see, or not, and don't buy it. Because if you have a goal in mind, say you have a larger goal in mind, like at the end of the year or 6 months from now, you want to purchase a home or buy a new car or, whatever that thing is, put some money in, starting a business, get an L, whatever that thing is, you have to be more mindful about what your spending habits are. Even if you go and look down and review your subscriptions, things that you've actually subscribed to or that you're not even using. What about that gym membership? You don't even go. What do you keep paying for that for? What if you went on one of them sites and you subscribed to something because you needed to get it real quick and then you done forgot to unsubscribe? So that could be an additional $20 here, $15 there, $40 there. That money actually adds up. So that was just some things that I kind of wanted to throw out there. I'm finding helpful for myself. One of the things that I did was comb through my credit cards. Because I don't use them all the time, but I would find myself if I needed to get some forms or doing something, starting a website, whatever it was I was doing related to helping my business out, sometimes I will swiftly use my card, put the information in for maybe a free for subscriptions that's not really free. They ask you for your card, they want to run it for $1, and if you maybe 14 days come and go and you forgot all about it, but this money keep coming off your card. $14. Amazon Prime is good for that, y'all. Amazon Prime is one of those, if you're not using Amazon Prime and you're not a frequent shopper and you found that I use Amazon, but you're not really using it anymore, that's one of those things. They keep charging you. They keep charging you. And whether you using it or not using it, you paying that $15 here, that $19.99 there. I mean, Pandora is free. Do you actually need Apple Music? You can still listen to the radio. Those kinds of things, little adjustments could really help you reach your goal. That's what I think about saving.
Good. All right. You like a train. Just got all that out.
Yeah, she did in one big breath.
Because I gotta get my stuff out because they not gonna. Somebody said thank you. You welcome. Somebody liked it. Thank you, girl.
One of the things that I'm training myself to do is if I go into the grocery store, usually I go into the grocery store, say for instance I'm going to get a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread. Instead of just spending the $10 for the gallon of milk and a loaf of bread, I come out of there with $80 worth of, I'm like, you know what, I just came in the store for a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread. How did I walk out of here with $80 worth of stuff?
That's Walmart. Walmart do that to you. Walmart used to be a stat done that the average person, everybody that comes to Walmart, the average person spends at least $60 in Walmart because the way they got stuff stationed that you, even though you don't need it, if you're not focused on getting what you want to get out of that, you want to spend at least $60 in that.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm in the process. That's what I'm training myself to do now. If I go in the store and I say all I need is doggy snacks, that is all I'm going to get. I'm going to go straight to the aisle, get the doggy snack, and go straight to the counter, pay for it, and go straight out the door. I'm not going to linger and shop around and all this other good stuff because you end up buying stuff that you had no intention of buying. So I'm training myself to go to the store and get exactly what I need and nothing else. Now, is that
easy? Real quick. Let me tell you how.
That's not easy to do.
I'm about to make you laugh real. I'm about to make you laugh real quick about there's something. There's a trick to that. There is a trick to that.
What's the trick?
I'm telling you. No, there really is. Because I am a person that will say, I'm going to just go browse around Home Goods, right? I will say, because, again, Home Goods is one of my most favorite stores. So how I broke myself out of it was this. First of all, my kids kind of helped me break myself out of it because they stopped going with me. But I would actually go inside the store with a card. And I would call it my wish card. Mm-hmm. I know this seems weird, but it was my wish card. And I would go in the store and I would put everything that I wished for in a cart. Take my time, walk through the store, but I leave my wallet in the car. So I don't buy anything. But everything that's in my wish cart, I'm kind of like, I felt that I was getting a satisfaction of just
shopping.
I don't know if it was the actual shop part, but what I really learned, it was that I got enjoyment out of decorating and putting stuff together and putting this there and putting that there. So I really was able to feed the creativity that was inside of me with relieving the pressure of feeling like I had to buy it. So I would go in the store with a wish card
and literally
I would never buy it.
But you put it back on the shelf, or you?
Hell no, I don't work there.
Oh, that's job security.
I work there. Thank you, Marshalls and Home Goods, because they probably saying, we done seen that lady in there. You see me holding up stuff, and it kind of like give me ideas. I may not be able to purchase it then, but I have it in my mind. It's on my wish card, and it's when things get a little easier, I might go say, oh, well, I can get those curtains now, or I can buy that rug now, or something like that. Because sometimes, for me, I would look around my house and see that, dang, I need this, and I need that, and I need this, and I need that. But my funds don't say I can buy this, and I can buy that, and I can do this, and I can do that. So I would take my time, go look around, look in the stores, see what it is I like. If it was really expensive, I'll go and watch it, window shop it. You know, that kind of stuff. Is nothing wrong with preparing for your future. Even if it's not that particular item in that particular color, you have an idea of what it is that you want, and it kind of alleviates the pressure of feeling like I have to change this, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. It makes the list, but it's just not, when you make a list.
Do that all the time.
Yeah, you make a list of things that you think that you need, you want, but I will prioritize them as to what was most important.
Yeah, especially like if say for instance, I'm looking now to change my bathrooms, okay, and I'll just shop around, and once I find what kind of strikes me, then I start kind of putting this stuff together, and what I'm doing in my mind is tallying up exactly how much all of that's going to cost me in the end.
Let me give you an idea, because you got 2 bathrooms, right?
This is a woman conversation.
You got 2 bathrooms. I'm about to give you some tips, though, because it's 3 bathrooms in my house. You have 2 bathrooms, right?
Yeah.
So, and you may feel like you want to swap them up. So you take the tiles or whatever you have, decor in one bathroom, mix it with what you have in another bathroom, swap it, and it make the bathroom look new. Nobody ever know that you did this. Take the rug, move it around. Take the towel, move it around. Move it around. I promise you, all it takes is a little bit. Take them towels, wash. Because if you live in a black house, honey, you have some decorum. You have some of them towels that don't nobody use, don't dry their hands off. They just there for decoration. Take them, swap them up a little bit. Maybe take a plain, little hand towel, white towel, solid color, put behind it. I promise you, it's going to look brand new. I promise you, I done did it. Swap it around, swap it around, swap it around. You don't have to spend no money doing that. Swap it around. Only person really paying attention to it is you, for real. I'm telling you. Swap it around.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Take something that used to be in one room, move it in another room. Take a picture that was in this room, move it over there. Nobody's going to really be like, girl, where'd you get that picture? Picture been in your house 5 years. Ain't nobody ever paying no attention to it. There's little things that you can do to try to just save your money.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. Because sometimes I have stuff that I done packed it away and forgot that I even had it. Mm-hmm. And then I go in the car, I'm like, where did I buy this? Okay, shake it out.
I'm talking about this shirt is about 13 years old. Oh. This store done even went out of business, shout out to BB, but they don't even sell that no more. But it's like recycled it, pulled it out and wore it as a t-shirt. I done wore it with a shirt underneath it. I wore it as a bustier. I done wore it so many times. But every time I wear it, somebody asks me the same question. Girl, where'd you get that top from?
It look good.
13 years later, still got the same top.
Ain't that wrong with your eyesight?
Ain't that wrong with my eyes.
Oh, we not about to do this. We not about to do this. We not about to listen.
But anyway, you know what? This is the last Tuesday before Christmas.
Before Christmas
and I would like to do a shout out to all your Facebook, your Instagram, and your YouTube followers that has been following the conversation with the in the She Shack with the Queen. I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope that everyone has a safe, happy Merry Christmas. Whether you're giving gifts or not, or whether you're doing like we are doing, we're going to have family time. We're going to play games. We're going to dress up in our pajamas. We're just going to love on one another. Mm-hmm. Sometimes that's all you need is somebody to give you a hug and say, baby, I love you, you know. Because, I mean, you know, you got kids. Kids going to expect Christmas gifts. But as adults, we done got older now. I still got small children.
I'm sorry. She's speaking for herself.
Yeah, I'm just speaking for me.
I need my gifts.
Yeah, I know she do.
I need my
gifts. But anyway.
Gift me, please.
Anyway, I want to wish everybody out there, I just want to take the opportunity to wish everybody, absolutely everybody, a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Have a safe one. Have a happy one. And don't just keep in mind that gift giving is not just about commercialization. You can go over and volunteer your time at a shelter. You can do a church or your favorite charitable organization. It's so many things that you can do, devoting your time and your energy. That's the greatest gift that you can give because it's only one of you. You're irreplaceable. So keep that in mind when you're out here and celebrating the holiday season.
Yes, absolutely. You know, because as they say, Jesus is the reason for the season. Merry Christmas, everybody. And thank you for liking me. And because I enjoy being on the She Shack.
Oh, she said thank you. Yes. And let me just remind you, y'all know we well into our 9th month. We are 4 months away from celebrating 1 year of the She Shack Live every Tuesday. And it has been an absolute pleasure. I have truly enjoyed it. I have truly enjoyed sharing with you guys my growth journey. It's been a heck of a journey. But I am still trusting the process. Today is Thankful Tuesday. So don't forget to just reflect. Take some time and think about what you're thankful for, especially during this season. It's not about the gifts. It's really about the love. It's really about the opportunity to do something to impact someone else in a special way. It does not have to be a purchased gift. So we're going to be...
We forgot to say Happy Kwanzaa.
Listen, we're going to be talking about Kwanzaa because my mom, we used to celebrate Kwanzaa as kids. She had us doing art and crafts and listen, I've never been like a real crafty person in that sense to cut stuff and glue stuff and draw stuff. That's never really been my thing. So,
she ain't good at it.
The
only person I know can cut a straight line crooked.
Listen, But at the end of the day, I learned a lot about unity and giving and about community service and things of that nature because that's what it really is about. But don't just get caught up in it being just for Christmas because we should be spreading love and helping each other and promoting unity all the time, not just doing Christmas time.
Christmas time.
Right. So we'll see y'all next Tuesday. We will not be doing the whole full-fledged series until 2023 of Let's Talk Money. But every leading into 2023, we're going to be giving out helpful tips and tools to help you understand some things about your credit and credit scores and, saving money, choosing a bank and that kind of thing. So if you or someone that you know is a financial advisor or wealth management or a CPA or deal with taxes or you're a bank manager or you may have cleaned up your credit and got some helpful tools that you can give to our audience, we would love to hear from you here at the She Shack. I know that there was some that was reaching out to us that was not able to get through. We was having some issues with the email. It has been fixed. The email is fixed. You can now reach us at Trench at conversationswithaqueen.com, or you can do info@conversationswithaqueen.com. We would love to hear from you. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with us. Oh, and don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Now, listen, I'm going to hold y'all a little responsible about this YouTube subscription. Now, at this point, I'm sure everybody knows that to subscribe to YouTube is free. It helps the show to get a greater audience. This is not about, oh, I'm not going to help her get rich or I'm not going to help her get money. This is about helping me spread the word and getting out information. So help me do that by going to YouTube, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the share button, and get this information out to a multitude. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with me and my co-host here in the She Shack. Have a great night. And Merry Christmas, guys. Bye. Peace. Child, this wardrobe was a mess. I was trying to hold this.
You know you're still on live, right?
Ooh!
Why are you doing that?